It is my distinct pleasure to start this off today and introduce, and I don't care if there's another mayor here, the best mayor in Volusia County, if not Florida. Mayor Karen Shezek.
Thank you so much, and I cannot tell you how exciting this day is. I'm Mayor Karen Shezek, and on behalf of my fellow council members, I would like to welcome you to Main Street, DeBary. I hope you all had a chance to sample some of our treats today from our local restaurants. Let's give them a hand. Today, we take a giant step forward toward the goal of building a downtown for our city. We believe a downtown will serve as the centerpiece of our community, symbolizing its quality of life. Our city just celebrated its 30th anniversary, and our residents were thrilled to gather and celebrate. Through this project, we want to provide our residents more opportunities to strengthen the relationship with where they live, and we can do that by opening up new possibilities in the community. Our main street will be a place where residents can gather, dine, shop, and socialize. The project will be a vibrant gathering location incorporating history, art, nature, and entertainment. Today's celebration reflects our goal of cultivating a sustainable lifestyle. Our commitment to ecotourism is reflected in everything we do, whether it's expanding trail access with the development of new residential and commercial areas, or acquiring Alexander Island. Most of you know how important that is to me, which we did precisely a year ago next week. DeBary leads in sustainable development and prioritizing trails. This project will benefit both our existing and new residents, while enticing visitors to explore and appreciate our businesses and natural assets. I would like to recognize some of our local leaders here today to help us celebrate. Florida Department of Transportation Secretary District 5, John Tyler. Volusia County Council Member David Santiago. Volusia County School Board Chair Jamie Haynes. Volusia County School Board Superintendent Carmen Balgobin wished she could be here but was unable to make it. And we also have representatives of our city next door, Orange City, here today. Okay, we have Fran Darms. Thank you for coming to join us. I also would like to welcome representatives from Governor DeSantis' office. Please stand. Senator Rubio, Senator Scott, Congressman Mills, and State Representative McLean's.
They're stuck in traffic.
They are in traffic as we speak. Finally, we have a great team here at DeBary. I would like to recognize my fellow council members. Please stand. Vice Mayor Phyllis Butlin. Council Member Jim Pappalardo. Council Member Patricia Stevenson. Council Member William Sell. We are all thrilled that you were able to join us today too. This project is the centerpiece of our transportation-oriented development and demonstrates the advantages that public transit can bring to a community. As rail usage by Central Floridians climbs, we anticipate more visitors to our community through the Sunrail system. To expand more on our transit systems, I would like to bring Secretary Tyler to the podium to say a few words.
Thank you, Mayor. Good morning, everyone.
Tilt that up, you're not as short as me.
Yeah. Hope I don't break it, but I think we'll do pretty good. So good morning again. My name is John Tyler. I'm the FDOT District 5 Secretary. I'm also the Chief Executive Officer for Sunrail, Central Florida's commuter rail system. I appreciate the City of DeBary and their partners for inviting me here today to participate in this groundbreaking celebration for DeBary's Main Street. You'll notice behind me, or actually off to my right here, one of our fabulous Sunrail trains. If you haven't experienced our train, I encourage you to give us a try. It's an unparalleled experience with comfortable seating, Wi-Fi and power for your devices while you travel, and room for your bike. With 16 stations across 4 counties, Sunrail connects communities from Kissimmee to downtown Orlando to Winter Park and Altamont Springs and right here in DeBary. And by this summer, we will be opening our 17th station just to the north of us in DeLand. But today's about DeBary. Today, it's an exciting time for DeBary and the residents. Main Street is a project that is an example of how transit-oriented development can connect a community while preserving the very qualities that make a region so special. Along the Sunrail corridor, over $2.5 billion has been invested in those communities in and around their Sunrail station. It is estimated that over $500 million will be invested here around the DeBary station. Sunrail ridership continues to grow every year and will help introduce DeBary's Main Street to a new audience of shoppers, residents, and workers without the added stress of congestion on our roadways. At FDOT, communities are at the center of everything that we do, and your new Main Street will soon be the center of your community. I wish the city of DeBary great success in this next chapter of growing as a city. Thank you for having me here today. Thank you.
Thank you, Secretary Tyler. We certainly appreciate your support and the development of the Sunrail system. It has brought a lot to our community. When we envisioned this project, we knew it would not be possible without the right partners. We met with numerous developers who wanted to create their own project and not in our company's image. So we were fortunate to find not one, but 2 companies that saw and embraced our goals for this project. I would first like to bring out Art Falcone from the Falcone Group. Please say a few words.
Hello, everybody. As I pulled up today, I wasn't expecting such a big event, so my hat's off to you on such a great job and the passion that this city has shown for this project. A little bit about what we do. We develop in 10 states. This is our home state, so we're always most excited about what we develop right here in Florida. So we develop from Miami to Jacksonville, Tampa, and I will tell you, of all the places we develop, and as big as those projects that we develop, not one has the same passion of the outcome of what I've seen here today. So that tells me a lot about this city. I go to a lot of groundbreaking ceremonies, and out of all the groundbreaking ceremonies I've been to in the last 10 years, I would say this is number one. And we appreciate the partnership that my team has had with the city and understanding what the criteria of the city is. We do specialize in mixed-use projects around the country, live, work, and play. We understand what that means from a standpoint to the city and how important this is to the city of developing a great town center and making it suburban to urban with our transit system. This is what we love to do and what our passion of our company is. And I will tell you that we will not let this city down on the passion and the enthusiasm that has been shown here today. So we look forward very much to making this a big success and continue the success of the Falcone Group of the last 38 years here in the state of Florida, which is our wonderful state. It's a great state we do business in, and thank you for all elected leaders and keeping it that way. So we look forward to a great success over the next couple of years. Thank you, everyone, for coming out today.
Thank you so much, Art. We are passionate. Just be around us a little bit. If you're touching an issue that matters to us, you're going to know it. I see there's some knowing laughs in the audience. Our second partner is Mosaic Group. Mosaic came to this project because they saw our vision and wanted to build it. Their previous projects include what we had hoped for in our downtown, incorporating art, history, and rich community partnerships. I would like to bring up Roxanne Williams.
such an honor to be here today. And for anyone that's been around development before, they know it's really hard at this time in this financial environment in our country. I walked up this morning, and I'll proudly tell you I'm an Air Force veteran, and one of our brand new partners, Eric Comp, is a Navy veteran, and seeing that flag fly out here means a lot to us. We are developers that specialize in multifamily development and master development with an eye towards creating rental Class A opportunities. And frequently on the master development side, we public-private partner with cities and counties that have a like mind and a vision of what they see that their city needs to evolve to be as strong and as healthy as it can, providing diverse housing and employment opportunities for its residents. This is the perfect place for us to be. We're so excited to embark on this venture. We're going to be building 407 apartments in 2 phases and between 37 and 38,000 square feet of retail. On that note, one of our many partners, Sean Glickman, is representing retail for us, and he's here to talk to you. If you're looking for retail space, commercial space, that's your man. I'd be remiss if I didn't tell you who our partners were. Terry Whalen and I, Terry, formed this company 10.5 years ago. It was my passion. I've been a developer my entire life, and I'd always made large sums of money for other people, and I was implementing other people's visions, and I wanted the chance to do that for ourselves. And it's exciting work. It's really hard. Everything that could possibly go wrong does. And it's a chance and a testament to who we are as individuals. You get one reputation. You will fall down. It's how you get up and keep going. We're here to build the very best product we can possibly build. Our plans, both civil and architectural, are being submitted next month for permitting. This summer, we will be breaking ground, and we will be here for at least 5 years. 5 very exciting years. It would never have happened without many individuals that are here today having similar visions and willing to work hard to get to that point, because it's not easy to do. To the city, they're a terrific city. We're presently finishing a project right at Sunrail in Kissimmee, and that's a great city too. They knew how to put their heart into it and be terrific problem solvers. And frankly, if it was easy, everybody would do it. I can't think of anything we'd rather do. I would like to close with Terry Whalen and I are founding members of Mosaic. We have 2 not new to our company, but new partners. They were admitted from employees to partners last month. Andy Bravo, who's our Chief Financial Officer, and Eric Comp, who is our Senior Vice President of Development and Construction. You're going to be seeing a lot of us. Melissa will be heading up, she's a Senior Vice President of our sister company, Incor. All of the management and operations are here. So you're going to be seeing us on the ground trying very hard to deliver the vision that we've promised. We're very fortunate. We have a book of business in excess of $300 million right now, and we're a small company doing big business that we love. Thank you for the opportunity to be here and be a part of your community. We hope we rock your world.
Thank you so much, Roxanne. We do look forward to this. And Roxanne mentioned the flag, and I would like to just take a moment to thank our fire department and the Volusia County Sheriffs that provides our policing function for all of their assistance here today. And I agree that the event and their contributions are a wonderful addition to what we had planned. Thank you so much. Now, before we break ground, I would like to bring up our city manager, who envisioned this project from his years serving on the city council and then as mayor in its early years. His creativity in uniting disparate parts of a community into a single vision is unmatched. Carmen, please have the mic.
Thank my presentation is going to be a little longer because I have so many people to thank. So please bear with me a little bit. We'll talk a little bit about the background of this particular project. A lot of folks I got to thank, and then we're going to talk about what's next, because this is just the beginning. And I just want to make sure that everybody knows all the work that's going into this particular project. When the council and I arrived in 2019, the city of DeBary was not in good shape. In the previous 5 years, we had a lot of turmoil, resulting in a fragmented organization, a bunch of failed policies and initiatives, and we were in very poor financial shape. The TOD district was created in 2010 with the approval of the Sun Rail Station, and the property was immediately zoned for 32 units an acre around the core. And these are the densities that DeBary is not used to. The city owns 9 acres here from the Sun. Well, used to own 9 acres here, primarily from a failed community center project that happened approximately 7 years ago. So as we analyzed the TOD district, the growth in the TOD was stagnant. There was no long-term vision or realistic vision. And due to the lot sizes, the lot configurations, and the multitude of owners, we were destined for a lot of inconsistent development here. And we were getting inundated with inquiries from apartment-only complexes, and other industries that it really didn't fit our community's vision. And we realized in short order that staying in reactive mode would become a liability to this community. And so it was going to drive our community in the wrong direction. So we decided to take a proactive approach, turning a liability into an asset our community so dearly is lacking, a downtown. And building a downtown from scratch is a monumental task, especially when there's not a whole lot of examples out there from building downtowns from scratch. So here we are today celebrating a groundbreaking of our new downtown. Our journey encompasses a lot of hard work between great result-oriented teammates and partners with extraordinary talent and business acumen. And even though I was the primary leader of this particular project, there are a whole slew of people that I must thank for extraordinary work and commitment. And my thank yous are basically in chronological order, mixing our story as we built this downtown from scratch. So as I always do, my first thank you is to my wife, Debbie. She's not here today. And I've been a public servant for 40 years, and usually not in the most popular positions. And so spouses sacrifice a great deal, long nights, meetings, and everything else. And so I give always my first thanks to my wife, because she has put up a great deal of sacrifice. Thank her for that. My second huge thanks goes to our mayor and council. And usually when a city manager presents a business case and a master plan to this scale and to this magnitude, many councils would have flinched, blinked, hesitated because of the fear of the risks involved. And I just want to go over some of the things that we did just to even prepare for this day with this council. When we came in, we re-engineered our growth management processes. We established our first engineer and our engineering team. We established our first communication director and a communication team. We passed and executed a moratorium here in the TOD to improve our regulations and created the Main Street regulations. We passed and implemented a mobility plan to improve the infrastructure in this area. We assembled properties through joint marketing agreements because we didn't have any money. We passed the state-of-the-art citywide golf cart ordinance. We became the state's 12th trail town. And we purchased Alexander Island, which is 1 mile down the street, which would be one of the most premier parks in all of the state of Florida, and I mean that sincerely. So that's just a high level of some of the strategies. Not once did our city council blink or flinch. And as we keep telling folks, nobody runs government like a business better than DeBary. And with our team management and our business approach, we methodically executed every single strategy to get to this point today. Mayor and council, thank you so much for trusting me and supporting this particular project. It will go down as one of the greatest achievements in DeBary history. So thank you very much, Mayor and council. this wouldn't happen without you guys. Thank you. My third huge thanks goes to the property owners. And if you don't mind, I'd like to ask you to stand up if you can. The Miller family, Stephanie Miller, Eddie Miller, and the late Frank Miller, who's watching from above. Reagan Bloss and his wife. Frank Slobodnik and Ray Sands are not here, and Steve Costa is not here today either. But these were the partners in our joint marketing agreement. The city didn't have any money to assemble the properties, and these individuals entered into this agreement to sell their properties together with us in a single vision. And yet, you all set some high expectations, and you know what? We met them. And I know that you didn't, and thank you so much for trusting me with these agreements and the city on this incredible business venture, and also with your personal finances. Without you, this project would never have gotten off the ground. And I hope that as you drive through and past this particular project in the future, that you know you had a special part in the foundation in its existence. Thank you very much. This joint marketing partnership lasted 4 years, and it was a great partnership, and we appreciate everything that you've done for this city, because it wouldn't happen without you. I don't know if Ronnie Muse is here. Ronnie Muse is back there. Raise your hand, Ronnie. Ronnie wasn't part of the joint marketing venture, but he did sell this property to the city. And I know that, Ronnie, you didn't trust us at first, but thank you, Ronnie. We appreciate it. And we work very hard to say what we do and do what we say. And so I hope we've earned your respect in that regard. Also, we met many times with the Adams family, and we met with them a whole lot. You've shared our vision. And even though they didn't enter the joint marketing agreement, they wholeheartedly believed in this particular project. And they decided to sell directly to the Falcone Group and Art Falcone there. So we appreciate them. Let's give them all a great round of applause. My fourth huge thank you goes to the Fishback Law Firm, and I don't know if they're here today or not, Kurt Ardeman and Mark Ayers. And if they're not here, not many people know that we hired the Fishback Law Firm back in 23 years ago, actually. And they're one of the greatest city attorney groups in the state of Florida. And I made a lot of complicated calls to Fishback Law Firm and to Kurt Ardeman and to Mark Ayers. And every single time they created the legal documents to get a crazy city manager to where we needed to go. And so thank you for Fishback Law Firm. They're absolutely the best, and they're the best in the business by far. So thank you for Fishback Law Firm. Let's give a big round of applause. I don't know if Matt Berger is here today. Is he here today? No, he didn't make it. Well, our fifth thank you goes to our magnificent staff. And none of this is available, it would be available without them. And so Matt Berger was here. Matt Berger was our first growth management director. And he's the one that kind of led us before he moved to private industry to create the TOD moratorium, strengthen our regulations, and to create the down Main Street regulations as well, to make sure that these projects were built into DeBary's image. So thank you to Matt and all his technical expertise for that. In the back, I got Steve Bapp, Growth Management Director, Richard Villasenor, City Engineer, and the entire staff, Joey Barker, Marilyn Thomas, Kayla Burley, and Yanni Flores. Stand up, guys. Thank you very much. Having the vision to create land development regulation is one thing, but working with developers and other agencies to bring these projects out of the ground is another. And so, folks, thank you. They don't realize the collaborative effort that it takes, not only on this project, but all the surrounding areas to make sure there's smooth transition and integration into this particular project. Thank you for your technical expertise, your guidance, your hard work, and your loyalty to this particular project. And I'm not sure if the rest of the employees here, but certainly our communication team, and I'd be really remiss not recognizing them. Sherry Simmons, wherever Sherry is. Casey Hewitt, Alana Epen, and Christina Ramundo. I don't know if they're here. Upon my arrival in April 2019, DeBary never had a communication person. Never. In October 2019, we hired Sherry Simmons as our public information officer. Man, that goes back a long time. She's got a lot more duties now. And shortly after, and she came in shortly after we started this venture. But ultimately, because of her superior skill set, we ended up combining three major functions: communications, economic development, and government affairs, all into her job description. So she does three jobs there, and she does a spectacular job. She helped me build one of the best communication teams in the state of Florida, and I say that wholeheartedly. Sherry's vision, marketing, branding, political savvy, grant-seeking skills are extraordinary. Sherry, your loyalty through all the negativity and the naysayers who say we couldn't have done this project, your passion, your energy helped push this project to greatness. And Sherry, thank you for championing this venture with me. I know you're behind me. You're the best. We appreciate it. My sixth huge thank you goes to Ken Krasnow and David Kalkanis. Please stand up, guys, from Collier International. So when we had put the business case together, we needed a realtor to list this particular property. And at that particular time, our who's now the city manager of Port Orange, we needed somebody to market this project statewide, if not countrywide. And so we looked and looked and looked, and we needed the best. And so, lo and behold, through all the trees, we found this little contract they had with Fort Lauderdale, right? And so, in state government, you're able to piggyback off of contracts. And so they accepted the commission rate and decided to jump on this particular project. And thank you so much. You met all the expectations of our joint marketing partners and also of the folks that bought these Mosaic that bought these particular property. Ken and David, you found the perfect match for the city of DeBary. I couldn't ask for a better pair of developers. Mosaic Development, in which you sold this property to, it's a perfect match. And thank you so much for doing that. Nice job, and thank you for all that you've done. This wouldn't happen without you and your expertise in that field. So thank you very much from Collier International. So my last thank you goes to our developers, Falcone Group and Mosaic Development. And Falcone Group has a northern part of Main Street called Town Park. And they'll be breaking ground first. And they will have approximately 290 townhomes and bungalow units. And so if you want to buy one, you better hurry up. And they have 36 live-work units that they'll be selling fee simple. Your project is the perfect match. Transitioning away from the Sunrail station. Your unique blend of commercial and housing will enhance the variety of lifestyles here on Main Street. Art Falcone, Ryan Williams, Neil Chevron, sorry, Neil, I messed up your name again, and all their team. Thank you so much for being part of the DeBary family. I'm telling you now that these 36 live worker units, you better give them a deposit today, will sell before you put a shovel in the ground. These feel simple townhome living over a small commercial and professional office has drawn a lot of interest, and I think you're going to be very proud of what the product you build here. And Mosaic Development out of St. Petersburg, and I say out of St. Petersburg because there was a developer over in Daytona named Mosaic, which is not the same. Roxanne Williams, Eric Comp, Terry Whalen, and the rest of the Mosaic team. Their high-intensity development is the closest to the Sunrail right here, and will feature approximately 407 rental units and approximately 35,000 square feet of commercial on the first floor. Different from other downtowns, we've been working with Mosaic to have a large community plaza for our folks to gather, a small central park, restaurants flowing into the sidewalk, specialty shops, breweries, all in a paver road setting. You will notice, unique to many downtowns, that we have balconies, and we've been working with both developers so that our residents living on Main Street can live over the street and have eyes on the street. It will truly be a living Main Street. In addition, Mosaic and us have been working on opportunities to add art, murals, and other special features, customizing downtown into the DeBary's image. And that's so important. And that's why Mosaic, and we've been working diligently to try to turn this area into a customized area for DeBary. Roxanne, thank you. And thank you for your professional team for unbelievable work in this particular project. You were world class, and so we thank you very much. Thank you. So what's next? Many folks believe that this celebration is the end, but we're actually at the beginning. We have a lot of work to do surrounding this particular area to support this particular project, and we've been supporting this particular project for a long, long time. Our long-range vision is to take Main Street all the way to Benson Junction Road, which is right down the street here, perfectly managing our growth in our city, segmenting our industries and our traffic patterns in our city. So this is just the first part of Main Street. We're going to take it all the way to Benson Junction Road in the long term. That's our vision. We are eagerly anticipating breaking ground for Alexander Island, and if you haven't been out there, you should. In the next 12 months, the city has invested $5.67 million in buying the property and planning for this particular project. It's 170 acres, soon to be 220 acres on the St. Johns River, 1 mile from this particular project. Once destined for development, Alexander Island will become one of the premier nature parks in all of Florida, and I don't say that lightly. And we are anticipating the ECHO Committee tomorrow, recommending approval of our grant and to the Volusia County Council so that we may be open this park by December 2024. And so by the end of this calendar year, Alexander will be open and will be serving this downtown. So thank you. We're in the process of building DeBary's second fire station on Fort Florida Road, 3/4 of a mile down here to support the TOD development. And we anticipate breaking ground in the next 3 to 4 months on this fully funded $5 million project. And so soon we'll have a new fire station right down the street. And so thank you for all who've worked on that, including our Orange City Fire Department, who are our partners. We're also in process of rebuilding Fort Florida Road, which is from the railroad tracks down to Barwick. It is fully funded, $2.9 million project. This rebuild will include a 10-foot trail that will connect Alexander Island to Main Street and many of the communities around Main Street. And this project is anticipated to start in the next 3 to 4 months. You're going to hear a theme about the next 3 or 4 months here. We're also working with the county to take over maintenance of the Sunrail station in exchange for the 98 acres across the street for a central park. It will do a number of things. One, it will save the county about $120,000 a year. The Sunrail station will provide overflow parking for our city downtown area for events and festivals and everything else. And the Central Park will be a valuable open space because we believe in balanced growth, high density with a lot of parks around it. And it will provide a central park that will provide surrounding areas. So our residents that will live here will enjoy a lot of open space around here as well. We're in process of rebuilding Benson Junction Road, which is a $5.3 million project, and with the anticipated funding from the TPO in July 2024. This project is shovel-ready, will be shovel-ready July 24, and pending the funding, the construction will start by December 2024. So, we've been working hard with FDOT and the federal government to transition Highway 1792 into a complete streets concept. While Secretary Tyler's sitting over here, I thought I'd throw that in there. FDOT has a surfacing and rescoping project for Highway 1792, which is planned, I believe, for fiscal year 2026. In addition, the city, and I think it goes from the St. Johns River Bridge all the way into Orange City. So it's a major project that they're undertaking. So in addition, the city received a $300,000 Safe Streets for All grant from the federal government just last month to conduct a study on Highway 1792 to improve pedestrian and bike safety. And this study, once complete, will make us eligible for grant funding necessary to complete to do the complete street conversion, which we estimate to be $27 million. And so we're after it, and we'll get it. And so if we're successful, working in concept with FDOT and US DOT, we anticipate major improvements to Highway 1792 in the next 4 to 5 years. And so we're really excited about getting that accomplished. It will remake our community that was 5-laned in the 1990s. We're also working closely with our property owners across the street, Highway 1792, DeBary Town Center. We are currently working on a 2.17 acre transition to turn Fort Florida Road, which is right here, into a four-way intersection. So it improved pedestrian and bike safety, but also enhanced their particular project as well. We're also working with DeBary Town Center eagerly, anticipating a grocery store. Once secured, the 10 or 12 out parcels that you see across the street will go in short order. And we use the Publix model over there in DeLand as every single out parcel is gone. You know, that's going to tell you how the demand is. And finally, we added a new partner to the TOD area. Chairman Jamie Haynes, you stand up there, please. Yep. She's a DeBary resident, right? And her and Carmen Balgobin, superintendent. Volusia County Schools is in the process of purchasing 48 acres on the southern tip of the TOD for a second school in DeBary. That's in process. And Jamie, Chairman, just as we did with DeBary Elementary, we'll partner with you, and we will make this school one of the best ones in Volusia County. Yeah, absolutely. So, thank you. So as you can see, we're just getting started. In closing, all the naysayers, and there were a lot of them, and the doubters who said this couldn't be done in DeBary, we did it. I hope you can see that we are one of the most dynamic, business-oriented governments in Florida. We have built from scratch this downtown to be most unique, dynamic downtowns in all of Central Florida, and we will compete with all the downtowns in Central Florida. No downtown will have a lifestyle amenities as DeBary's downtown. No other downtown will have access to 660 miles of trails running through it. Literally from this spot, you can ride your bike to St. Petersburg, Titusville, St. Augustine, and Ocala, and that's thanks to the FDOT and all their funding there. This downtown is the trail hub of all of Central Florida, and thank you very much for FDOT for doing all these trails. No other downtown will have 624 acres of parks within 1 mile. There will be a plethora of ecotourism activity that include walking, biking, hiking, fishing, boating, camping, canoeing, kayaking, and so much more. Our businesses will thrive and prosper in this downtown. I'm telling you, DeBary has the most loyal resident base in all of Florida. If you think I'm and the mayor and the council are passionate, test our residents. Our downtown will become a destination as we have changed our organization to support this downtown. We are planning festivals, events, concerts, and the plethora of other celebrations, not only to have fun, yeah, that's all about having fun, but also to support our businesses in this area here. On a personal note, many of you know I was on DeBary's first council. And in 2000, when I became mayor, I made a presentation to the city council at that time in the very first meeting. And I set 4 strategic initiatives back in 2000, 24 years ago. One was to build an art center with cultural arts programming. 2 was to build a permanent city hall, because we didn't have one at that particular time. To build a DeBary museum. And finally, to build a downtown. And so 24 years later, we're here today. We finally met one of my long-range goals for this community. And growing up in DeLand, I realized having a downtown to foster gathering places was one of the contributing factors to having a high-quality, close-knit community. And in my heart, a downtown in DeBary was one of the last pieces for this community to make us whole. This project completes us, and we finally have a home to set our hat. Thank you so much for making a dream come true. May God bless this downtown DeBary, bring it loving joy and prosperity for our residents, visitors, and businesses forever. Thank you so much.